I would just like to return for a moment to the gross national happiness policy, because I think many of our listeners will wonder, so how do you measure this? People will say, well, if you're concerned with the economy, you can measure the size of the gross domestic product. Economists know how to do that. But it's much harder to measure happiness, isn't it? People will say it's a subjective thing. How do you go about doing that?
True. I think if you go into the academic aspect of gross national happiness, at the country level, we measure various indicators. And all these indicators, a composite indicator then forms the happiness index. So we have a GNH survey that happens every year where we look at time use, where we look at health and well-being, where we look at environment indicators, where we look at mental health and well-being indicators, and these then forms a composite index, and then this then informs the policy and the decision making. So for example, any policy that we formulate, the policy goes through the GNH screening tool. So then we look at how will this impact our people's well-being. How is this activity contributing towards the well-being of our population? How is this activity contributing towards the well-being of our environment, to the promotion of our spiritual values, to our conservation of our culture? Our happiness is also not just individual happiness, not just my happiness, but our happiness is our country's happiness. Collectively, I'm happy because my son is getting a free education. If I'm sick, I'm not worried about whether I have money in my bank account to treat my father. So when we look at broader things of what is happening, that collective happiness is what we hope to measure.